This is the Alfa Romeo Gulia Quadrifoglio, and it's a seriously underrated performance sedan. This competes with the likes of the BMW M3, Mercedes-Benz C63 AMG, and the Audi RS5, so it needs to pack a punch. And indeed it does. This is a Ferrari-derived 90-degree V6, which produces 505 horsepower, allowing this car to travel up to 190 miles an hour. For weight savings, it even has this carbon fiber hood and these functional hood vents. And this even has a carbon fiber roof, as well as a carbon fiber drive shaft, which help with weight savings. Behind these rotary dial rims are these yellow Brembo brakes that are so big, they look like they're about to scratch the rim. There's also this carbon fiber deck lid spoiler, and this absolutely massive rear diffuser with quad exhaust tips, and these fins which help regulate the air under the car. So yes, this is a functional rear diffuser. The Gulia Quadrifoglio is still a practical sedan. The trunk opens up very fast and it has a very similar amount of storage space compared to everybody else in its class. This Gulia Quadrifoglio is a carbon edition, which is a special edition, and it gets some added carbon fiber pieces like these carbon fiber mirror caps and this carbon fiber front grille surround, as well as these yellow brakes. New for the 2024 model year are these brand new headlights, which look very distinctive. There's also brand new taillights, which have a smoked lens, so they look more futuristic. And the interior also gets one small change, and that's this digital gauge cluster. If you see a Giulia on the street, and if you can't tell that it's a Quadrifoglio, based on its looks alone, which should be a big giveaway, if you see this 4-leaf clover, that's how you know it is one. The Alfa Romeo Giulia has some cool race car touches on the interior, like the start-stop button mounted on the steering wheel, which is straight out of a bunch of supercars, and these paddle shifters are absolutely massive and are metal too. And these are standard on the entire Giulia lineup. They're so big that you have to actually reach around them to reach these stalks. There's also leather on the tops of the doors and on the dashboard, which you don't really see in a lot of cars in this class. There's also carbon fiber trim on the steering wheel and on the doors, as well as the center console. One of the main reasons the Giulia is kind of slept on is the technology. This car was released in 2017 and only just got an update in 2024. The infotainment system is quite laggy actually, and sure, you do have some configurable widgets. Even those are laggy, and if I do use the touchscreen dial controller, it's a bit smoother, but it's just miles behind everybody else in its class. The Giulia can be optioned on with carbon fiber bucket seats by Sparco. However, the carbon model only gets these red leather seats, but they do have the Alfa Romeo badge on the headrest and these adjustable thigh bolsters. Because the Giulia Quadrifoglio has a Ferrari engine, upkeep is going to be expensive and reliability is going to be definitely on the more spotty side. I mean, the check engine light is literally on and this car is like brand new. This is your drive mode selector. A is more like an eco mode, N is more like a normal mode for street driving, and D is like a sport mode with this race button, and you can also adjust the suspension because this has adaptive dampers, and this is how D looks. In the back, there isn't too much here. I do have a good amount of legroom and headroom. I also have heated seats, and there wasn't any cheaping out. There's still leather and carbon fiber back here. This car is objectively good on paper, so why aren't there more on the streets? Well, there are three main reasons for that. One, I did mention, it was the technology. This car was only updated once after 7 years in production. The second thing is the engine and reliability. Italian cars are known for unreliability, but this has a Ferrari engine, so upkeep is going to be very expensive. And the last thing is you can't buy any new Quadrifoglio models from Alfa Romeo. This is one of the last ones they have produced because 2024 marked the end of all Quadrifoglios produced by Alfa Romeo because they are stepping towards electrification. That's why the new Tonale is only a plug-in hybrid. A big thank you to San Jose Alfa Romeo for letting me review this Giulia Quadrifoglio. They have a large selection of new Alfa Romeo vehicles as well as a large selection of premium pre-owned vehicles. Be sure to check them out.